Welcome to the WanderLearn podcast. I'm your host, Francis Tapon, where we explore travel, technology, and transformation. In this episode, I'll be interviewing two people from the Sheraton Cairo. They're ladies who are called Dina Naim and Pauline George. I tackle a bunch of questions with them. A lot of people are afraid to come to Egypt, and yet when was the last attack that they ever remember in Cairo? I asked them that question. And what's the hardest thing about running a hotel? It's not as easy as you think. And what about the prices of things in Egypt? Are they cheap? Are they expensive? And one of the things we tackle about is also the casino. They have a casino in the Sheraton Hotel, and yet gambling is illegal in most Muslim countries such as Egypt. How do they get away with it? What's the story behind that? Can an Egyptian go in there and gamble? It's a fascinating discussion. And what about the cost of running a hotel? I've always wondered, why can't they just give away rooms at really, really cheap prices? If at the end of the day, if you show up at 10 o'clock or at midnight or whatever, why can't they just discount it drastically since the room is going to go empty otherwise? It's one of those questions I've always wanted to know the answer, and well, they answer that today. So tune in, listen, and enjoy it. We're coming in from the Sheraton in Cairo, Egypt. And go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Dina Naim. I'm the Air Director of Communication. And
I'm Pauline George. I'm PR Coordinator.
Okay, great. And now, this Sheraton is brand new, basically. It started many years ago, but it was renovated for what, 5 years?
Yes.
5 years?
5 years.
And so it started what year, like a long time ago?
We opened 1970.
And that was a 5-star hotel?
Yes, and it was the first Sheraton in Africa and the second 5-star hotel in Cairo.
Okay. And why is this? I mean, I've been to several Sheratons in America, and they're very nice hotels, but this definitely is a cut above that. Why?
Well, I think it's big, the prime location on the banks of the Nile. This is a unique location, and the fact that it has 2 towers and the restaurant varieties and all the services that we offer, beside the contemporary look with the new look now. It used to be every time good and great and offering great services, but we needed to renovate because, after 10, 15 years, everything looks like a bit
tired,
outdated. Yeah. But we have outstanding services, we have outstanding stuff, we have a great location, and we have a great product.
What are you guys most proud of here?
I think everything is, for me, is stunning because I have a lot of memories here as a kid from the old Sheraton. And then I'm so proud that we have this building, an old building that's now totally new, totally fresh, that an old generation can relate to it, and also the new generation are interested in, as it's new, but still have a bit of history in Cairo.
I'm actually proud of the food and beverage.
The food and the beverages, yes. Yeah, it is quite good.
I think we have the best Italian.
Is breakfast always included, or depends on the?
No, it depends on your rate.
Okay,
but usually, they book it with breakfast, but.
Okay. The breakfast is spectacular.
The food is amazing. The food is actually, it's different, it's creative. And we have the best chefs in sushi and in Italian and Orient. So this makes, you can only find 1 or 2 cuisine that is very good in one of the hotels. But here, we are very proud of our food and beverage selection.
There's another hotel across the river called the Four Seasons. You're a big competitor out there. Why would somebody pick you guys over? Why would they pick the Sheraton over the Four Seasons? Or why would you recommend somebody?
Of course, we have the same location, and definitely we can never talk about the services there. So we have the same service, but maybe it's the varieties that we offer. We are a bigger hotel, by the way.
One of the unique features that I found here that I don't think many hotels in Cairo or Egypt or even North Africa have is a casino. I didn't expect that because I know that officially in Islam they are against casinos, any kind of gambling.
Yes, because Egyptians are not allowed to enter the casino.
They're not even,
No.
Yeah. I was interested because when I came into the casino, they asked me for my passports immediately, even for my wife.
Yes.
And
only foreigners are allowed inside.
Only foreigners are allowed. So that's one restriction. Yeah. So if you're an Egyptian listening to this, stay home. No.
And by the way, we just opened 2 days ago.
Okay, yes. And so it's a brand new casino. There's probably not that many in Cairo, frankly. And
no, I think like
so one reason
4 or
I think
5.
One reason to go to stay in the Sheraton is if
the
you
casino, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the unique experiences you can have, and it's open 24 hours, isn't it? Yeah. So you can, if you have that 2 a.m. itch that you got to go out there and win millions, this is your chance. So tell me a little bit about the casino, because that is an interesting thing.
Well, it is one of the largest, and it is one of the oldest as well, because it is dated back to 1970, and it has old style, classic style, and we kept it even with the renovations. We did some bits and pieces, but we kept the style as it is, old as it is, because people used to love it like this. So we just renovated it, and now it is run by a professional casino director, a Lebanese one. Mm-hmm. And we're happy to open 2 days ago. Mm. But as I told you, we are not allowed to promote it in Egypt.
Right, I understand. But luckily, most people listening to this will
and
not.
And it's huge.
There'll be Americans and Europeans who will be listening to this. It's a big one, but just to put it in perspective, I don't know how many slot machines or things. I don't know how many slot machines there are there.
No, I don't know. But it's
huge.
It's a lot of collection.
Yeah. And you can definitely have a variety there. Yeah. There's card tables, and there's roulette wheels.
Everything.
Yeah. So it's definitely a unique feature. A lot of people are afraid of coming to Egypt nowadays, which is sad because it has so much to offer. And I've been all over Egypt. I was in Luxor, went to Aswan, went to the Sinai, and I felt very safe everywhere. Has there been attacks that you remember in Cairo?
Well, actually, nothing that I remember recently. Not in the past 3-4 years.
Okay, right. Since the revolution, it's been, and even before the revolution of the Mubarak.
No, before the revolution there was nothing at all. Right. But there was a period during the revolution. Things were not as stable as now, definitely. But things happens everywhere.
Right.
Well, but our hotels are very secured, and we care about security very much. This is one of our major concerns, and we have the 5 stars standard of security, which is you cannot just do your own thing. So
for example, there's dog sniffing.
There is dog sniffing. There is bomb security passes and everything. Your car is being sniffed by a dog first, mm-hmm. and then there is a security fence until they clear you, and they check your bag and they check your car truck, and then you go inside. If you want to park, they do again security, and then when you go inside the hotel, there is a security passage where you go inside and X-ray all your belongings, and maybe if there is something, they will check you personally, and then they allow you inside, and then if you are given a key, the security will first.
It's similar to boarding an airplane.
Of course.
Yeah, similar security. So if you feel safe in an airplane, you should feel safe.
And then we have cameras everywhere,
right.
Even in the corridors, in the restaurants, in all public areas, right. Except in the rooms and the bathrooms.
Right.
And also,
or in the bathrooms of the gym.
And also, as an employees, we take trainings on how to act if anything happened, and how to help our guests also.
Right now, it seems like it's a big bargain to come to Egypt, because the Egyptian pound just. At the time of the revolution, I think was about $5 to the US dollar.
It was 6.7.
Yeah, and then now it's like 18. So it's 3 times. Everything is 3 times cheaper almost.
Exactly.
For a foreigner. For an American or for a European, it's just bargains to be had. You can take an Uber and cross the city for $2-3. Yeah, yes. It's ridiculous. And so it's
so people should come more now.
Yeah, 2018 sounds should be the year of coming to Egypt. But have you seen a surge in business, or it's too early to tell because your hotel has just been kind of opened?
You mean the change of business because no, the hotel just opened in August. Mm-hmm. The currency already was high.
Okay.
So, but actually, since the currency has changed last November, usually in all our hotels, the foreigners are coming more and more and more.
Right. But it just seems to me that, like the room that I'm staying in, I saw it quoted on booking.com, it's $150 $130 something, maybe $140, which is really good considering all the things that I'm getting for it. And so it seems that even if you're quoting everything in dollars, it's still a bargain. So for those listening, consider Egypt for your next vacation. The second thing is, like, you've got a new tower that's currently being constructed. When is that going to be open?
Well, it's not a new tower. We used to always have two towers, and we renovated one tower, fully renovations, and we opened all the restaurants in the other tower, but still there are some major renovations in the rooms to be done. Yeah. So I believe within like mid 2018, maybe we'll be able to open the other tower, the rooms, but all the services area and the public areas and the restaurants are located in the other tower.
Got it. Okay, so then eventually, are the rooms there going to be that much different?
Same. No.
Okay, same configuration, same everything.
Same, but we didn't want to wait more to open this hotel.
Right.
So we just finished one tower and we opened until we
start
finished
getting
the
some
other
good
one.
cash flow. That's helpful. And what's the hardest thing about running a hotel? What's some unseen side about that most customers don't think about? It's
the operation and the communication between departments.
So give me an example of something that gives you a headache every day.
For example, if we have a VIP, a minister or a governor arriving and you did a reservation. For example, if the reservation agent did not inform the communication department or the rooms division director, nobody will even know that we have this figure checking in. So maybe we'll check in unnoticed. And this is a big problem. There is a certain protocol to these people, and they expect a certain welcome, and they expect the GM to welcome them, special room, a special upgrade, a special treatment, a special VIP lounge, whatever. So communication is very important. So I have to check our email every 10 minutes, because every department send to all concerned the communication they want to do for today and for tomorrow.
Got it.
So that we are all in the same. Right. Maybe I can send to the chef, I'm sending you two journalists today to make a restaurant review in the Italian restaurant.
Right.
If he did not inform the chef, if he did not inform the head waiter of the restaurant, there is no article.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people to inform.
And this is operation. I have to inform security to let them go inside with the cameras. Right. I have to inform the rooms. I have to inform the food and beverage. I have to inform the directors. Everyone.
Yeah, they were. I got somebody nervous while I was in the gym today, because I was in the locker room and in the gym taking lots of photos. And then they said, one guy came up to me like, "Are you trying to steal our designs or something like that?" And like, I'm gonna do a competing hotel next door, copy your design. And I was like, "No, really, I'm just a journalist."
He's curious how many pictures you are taking.
Exactly.
No, really, communication is a This is funny.
That's why he called us right away, and we said, yeah.
Exactly.
Did he call you? Huh?
Yeah, they did.
He communicated. There's someone, a suspect, taking a lot of pictures.
They did call me, yeah.
To the communication.
And I told them it's okay.
That's okay. Otherwise, they would have thrown me in the steam shower and locked the door for 10 minutes.
This is how good we communicate.
Yeah.
Is that he think that what you're doing, your behavior, is not the normal thing, even if you're not doing anything. Right. He thought taking hundreds of pictures is just not normal. Maybe he should communicate it to the PR, who is always responsible for anyone with a camera.
I see, right.
Because usually their instructions are, anyone with a camera, if you have a problem with him, let us know.
Right.
Maybe he's something, maybe he's an influencer, maybe he's a journalist, maybe we have sent him but it was not communicated to you. So they call us. So he called us today.
So I had a couple questions. I saw my safe had a notice that said that things in the safe are not necessarily the best security possible, that there's an actual safe somewhere else,
Yes, it's a standard in all 5-star hotels that you give two options actually. One in the room, because people like sometimes to feel near their belongings and their precious things, so we put the safe. But to us, we have no charge on the safe. Maybe you forget the number, maybe you did not put the number, maybe your friend took something from it. We have no responsibility over the safe inside the room. So it's the mere responsibility of the guest. But we're providing free safety deposit box inside the front office. That is the thing that we are responsible for. So you have 2 keys for this safe, one with me, one with you. We cannot open except with both at the same time. When the guest
Just like a bank.
Exactly.
Right.
So if you don't want to use your safety in the room,
Right.
you can use it, and this is what we are responsible for. We cannot be responsible for the belongings you put.
So what happens if, like, by some amazing thing, okay, a bunch of people come in and blow up the safes, the safety deposit boxes. They go in there and they somehow steal
we
it.
will definitely refund everyone.
But how do you know what's inside there? Like if I had 20
If it
diamond
was
rings.
blown up and there is
Okay,
no
then-
evidence
right.
of what was there,
Or stolen.
we will only believe the guest.
Yeah, but there's got to be some sort of liability. I suppose there's insurance.
Of course there
Right.
is, and there is something that the security liability form that they sign before they put anything, and there is 2 people who sign.
I mean, the
and they-
bank has the same problem.
Exactly.
Right. They all have. So then there must be some sort of maximum payout that somebody can have when putting their little item there.
But this is an option so that that the hotel can be responsible.
What if you
for the
forget your
belongings.
code? I mean, there must be a way. Obviously,
You pay actually $100, and we get the
code breaker.
yes, another code for you so that we open the.
$100.
I think so. It was like
Wow.
that because the key and the code is not located here. We go and get it from a company who has done the safety boxes.
So
for us.
remember your pins, folks.
Please do.
It's going to cost you an extra night at the hotel. Okay, and then now what about, one thing I've always wondered about in any business where the product expires at midnight, or right before the airplane flight or right before the concert's going to be, there's a set point where the product has to be sold or you basically lose it, it's vacant. You've got some vacancies. Why, if somebody shows up at 10 o'clock at night, why don't they give like ultra bargain prices? Is that just to keep up the prestige and just like to make sure that everybody knows that, you cannot sell this room for less than $100? There's an operating cost to the room, right? And
But this has nothing to do with the pricing. The operating cost is nothing to be considered.
okay,
It is less than $20 per
right.
room.
Okay, so
But there is a lot of factors for not doing this. Factor number 1, it will affect my GOP. It will affect
GOP?
Yes, it will affect my profit per room per night, even if at the end of the month. Okay, and it will affect also for the room rate. I have a room rate that I cannot go below. This is one thing. Other thing, it will affect the client.
you have to have breakfast together with somebody else.
No.
Oh, no.
I mean, it will affect the right client that you want to come inside your hotel.
I understand, yeah.
Because I don't want people, the C class and the D class,
Right.
who can afford to pay $40
Right.
to sit and
Right.
mingle and be seen in the hotel lobby, where, of course, maybe the president of Jamaica
Rwanda, yeah.
is
Yeah,
sitting, and he was annoyed by the guest who could pay 40 because,
Yeah, sure.
the less you are educated,
Yeah,
the less you care about your behavior in front of the public.
often. Yeah.
And of course, it will also affect the behavior of the people. If they know that you will make this discount after 10, everyone will come after 10. I will not be able anymore to raise my prices high, and then all the A-class people who used to come and pay high will never come here again.
Right.
I would rather just sleep empty than selling it for less.
Well, there you go. And then what about summer costs? I mean, right now we're here during the winter time, which is December, and the temperature is nice, really cool temperatures, not that hot, not that cold. But in the summertime, it gets boiling hot, June, July. Do your operational costs go up, skyrocket because you got to pump the AC like crazy?
It does not affect the room price.
Okay, but your operational costs.
Of course.
Okay, so
of
your
course, because
costs.
the AC is higher than what we are using now, and because we use a lot of ice, and because there is a lot of
So
things that we
it's the most expensive time to run a hotel is during the summer.
yes.
Is it
mainly July, August?
Right. But then when does
But it
when
does
does the
not
most clients come? Do they
December.
December? Okay, so they come during the cool year. So
This is the
basically,
peak.
this is
It's
the
a peak
lowest,
period
it's
everywhere.
the most profitable time because you got the lowest cost and the most clients.
Yes,
What a great.
and we have a lot to celebrate.
So you should just take a vacation like in June, July. Just close the hotel.
We wish we can. No, actually, in June, July, it's not a peak period. We run less than 60%. because everyone is going to the beach,
What about the alcohol and casino license? Is it really super expensive? Why don't more hotels have casinos? Is it just the demand is not high enough, or is it just that they make it ridiculously expensive? The government makes it.
It is very expensive actually, and you have to have the place, and you have to have the know-how, and you have to have the right stuff for it. And when you do that, and then you have to ask for the license, and you pay a lot, but it is worth it.
Can the Egyptians work there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The staff can be Egyptian.
But the Egyptians are not allowed to play or to enter,
right.
but the staff is Egyptian.
Okay, got it.
And they are very well trained. But and the alcohol is the same. The license is very expensive, but you cannot run a 5-star hotel without alcohol license.
Do you think in the year 2030 this might change?
No. We've been like this since ages, since 1940s or 30s.
Right, but I mean, nothing lasts forever. In other words, maybe okay. How about 2,200?
No, even actually in the middle of the black era. This is how I call it, of the Morsi, the 1 year that Morsi, that was a black era. We're still running casinos, we're still selling alcohol, we still have alcohol license. It's a tourist destination.
Was that when there was some guy who dumped a bunch of alcohol into the Nile River?
Yes.
Some hotel owner? What hotel was that?
I think I cannot remember. It was one on the Nile.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you don't serve alcohol, you cannot be a 5-star. You cannot be certified as a 5-star.
Oh, funny.
Yes.
Okay. So
they will remove one of the stars.
And actually, this hotel went down.
Went down to 4 stars.
Yeah.
It went down 5. To 4-star of 1.
When they
removed the alcohol.
When did they do that? What year?
I cannot remember,
okay,
but I think that was 7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And then they reinstated it, and they went back up to 5.
Yeah.
Last question is, what do most tourists miss when they come to Cairo? They obviously go to see the Sphinx, the Giza pyramids. They go to the Museum of Cairo. The Grand Museum is going to be opening at some point in the next 20 years. So
I think 2 things, but maybe one of it, they usually do it if they have time, is the Khan al-Khalili Souk. It's one of the oldest souk for shopping and for oriental cafes and narrow streets and handmade crafts things and jewelry, everything.
Belly dancing outfits?
No.
outfits, yeah.
Not belly dancers, but belly dancer outfits. Everything that is handmade.
Where are the belly dancers? They must be somewhere. Not in this.
They are everywhere, even in this hotel. You can find them.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
There's performances?
Yes. We can give you in Rawi every day. I think not every day, today and tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So how does it work? You pay?
Weekend.
You pay?
No, you just go inside, I think.
You just do a reservation, order a meal. You're in the restaurant already. You drink and order a meal and watch the show.
And a felucca ride. This is one of the most amazing things people miss.
A felucca ride. Explain what that is.
A felucca ride is a very small boat.
Sailboat.
Sorry?
Sailboat.
Very small.
Sailboat.
Yes,
with
sailboat.
On the wind.
It's made of wood.
Yes.
And a very small. You can take 2 or 3 people, and you just sail in the Nile, across the Nile River, all over this area in Cairo, and you listen, because Cairo by night inside the Nile, you find it's amazing because a lot of boats and big boats and small boats and feluccas are riding everywhere with a lot of music and a lot of colors. They have a lot of lights. This is very popular for Cairo. Even if you go you see from your balcony at night, it's usually a unique thing about Cairo. The music does not stop in feluccas or big boats up to 5 a.m. in the morning. Big music.
Cairo don't sleep early, so if you sleep early, you will miss a lot.
But this one of the unique things that people usually miss, they don't put it inside their itinerary.
What about the pool itself? Do you decide to just heat it in the summertime or never heat it? Because it's kind of now.
No, in winter we make it like room temperature.
Okay, because it's cold.
Yeah, but we cannot heat, because people will get cold, catch cold when they go out.
Okay.
It's usually standard temperature, room temperature in the winter, and in summer we just leave. We don't.
You leave it. You don't have to heat it. No. Okay, so something for people to be aware of, if they're like a big swimming fan. the winter, unless they like to do polar swimming.
It is warm in the winter, and it is normal in the summer.
Okay, I think it was a little bit chilly for me, but I don't know. Some people are tougher than me.
But compared to a lot of countries, we are warm all year long.
No,
Even
that's
now.
right. That's right.
Even now, if you go up to the pool now, it is still warm. It's very sunny. You can still swim.
Yeah, I think during the day, but you can't swim at night.
No.
At night, it's.
No. At night, it's.
But if you're from Sweden and you're used to swimming in the ice,
you can live there inside.
that'd be no problem. Okay, well, I really
Coming
appreciate.
from minus 14.
Yes, exactly. No problem. Well, and last question: do you think that how optimistic are you that by the year 2020 things will really pick up again for Egypt, because it's really been suffering?
It is picking up actually.
Already.
Okay. Since last June, it is picking up, and I'm very optimistic because it's amazing. We're almost full. Not us only.
Yeah.
All Cairo hotels.
Alhamdulillah, as they say.
I just wish that things would pick up in Sharm el-Sheikh and Hurghada, and the travel ban, the Russian travel ban, and the English
We'll go away.
will go.
Let's hope so. Inshallah. As they say.
Inshallah.
Thank you again.
Thank you very much.
And that concludes this week's episode of the WanderLearn podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Here at the WanderLearn podcast, we explore travel, technology, and transformation. Now, we can't do it without your help, and I'm just going to ask you for one simple favor. All you got to do is subscribe to this, share it with your friends, review it, and send me lots of money. How hard is that? Simple. Seriously, if you'd like to see the show notes for this episode and any other episode, go to WanderLearn.com. It's always listed to the most recent episodes are first. Find out where my shop is, and if you want to help out the show a little bit, buy something from my shop. If you want to sponsor the show, you can send me an email at ft@francistapon.com. That would be great. And finally, this show was edited by Rejoice Tapon, and the music was done by David Hamilton. This is Francis Tapon, encouraging you to wander and learn.